students, today we are going to see some more interesting and important questions from MS Chauhan sir's Organic Chemistry Level 1 Isomerism and the questions from 91 to 100. Come on, let us discuss the first question. What is the relationship between the two structures shown? So they have shown that structure. We have to identify what type of relation this is. Okay, now first and foremost, this is a chair conformation, right? Cyclohexane chair conformation, and this is equatorial position. This is also equatorial position, and this one it is axial position both. Okay, now what kind of relationship? Now you just to check it. This is methyl group 1 and this is 2 and this is 3 and this is 4. So 1 methyl 4 chlorocyclohexane, whereas here 1 and 2 3. So 1 methyl 3 chlorocyclohexane. What do you observe in this point here? The position only it has changed. Actually same molecular formula, same molecular formula, but position it is changing. So position it is changing means it is a positional isomer. They give any positional isomer? No. So actually speaking, constitutional isomers only is the positional isomer. So constitutional isomers is nothing, it is the position which is changing, so that is constitutional isomers. Okay, now the second one, what it is? Stereoisomers. It is not a stereoisomers. Stereoisomers means chiral center it has to be present. So chiral center means chiral, one carbon which is attached to four different atoms or groups. Here you cannot find anything, it is same only. So stereoisomers will not be coming, and different drawing the same conformation of the same compound. Conformation, see conformation word, it comes in Newman's projection formula. It is a single rotation, like a ethyl group, like two carbon atoms which is attached to three different groups or atoms. So that is the way we can identify. That is for open chain. This is a closed chain structure. No, so these two will not be the correct. Here different conformation of the same compound, different conformation of the same compound. See that comes under Newman's projection, that round gauge anti, so that confirmation will become, no, here we cannot bring it that point over here. So which is the correct point? Constitutional isomers, same molecular formula but different position which is attached to these atoms or groups, so that is constitutional isomers. Hope you got the clarity about this question. Come on, let's go to the next question. The next question, it is somewhat different logical question only, but which of the following statement is true? Van der Waals strain in cis 1,2-dimethyl cyclopropane is the principal reason for its decreased stability relative to the trans isomer. Okay, cis isomer, trans isomer only we are considering. Here cis isomer means CH3, it is there on the same face, that means same side, and trans isomer just to the opposite side. That's what I just bring it to you. Imagine this is Newman's projection formula. Just now I mentioned it is a cyclo compound, we cannot bring that confirmation, but imagine I just mentioned. So in the cis 1,2-dimethyl cyclopropane as the principal reason for its decreased stability relative to the trans isomer. So trans isomer and cis isomer. Trans isomer, that is just when you are observing this. Cis isomer, it is like a eclipsed form. Eclipsed form, don't you think so? This is eclipsed form. And when you are going for trans isomer, it is like antiform. Say antiform means it is CH3, and CH3, another CH3 will come down, so that is just to the opposite. So in the cis conformation, that means in the cis form, it is actually more repulsion. Here more repulsion. So more repulsion it is there means here less stable. So more repulsion means what it is? Less stable. But in the transform, relative to the transform, see that is what it has mentioned. Van der Waals strain insists 1,2-dimethyl cyclopropane as the principal reason for its decreased stability relative to the trans isomer. So trans isomer it is more stable. So because why the repulsion is less, but here repulsion, this repulsion it is more. So naturally what it is in the cis form it is less stable, right? And here trans form it is more stable. I hope you got the clarity. So actually, what they have given that statement, it is true only. The statement what they have given, that is true. Van der Waals strain cis 1,2-dimethyl cyclopropane as the principal reason for its decreased stability. Why it is decreased stability? Because it is having more repulsion in that way. And suppose if you are going for trans point isomer, but that what it is, repulsion will be less and more stable. I hope you got the clarity. Suppose you are going for the trans confirmation and the same idea I just bring that to that what it is, Newman's projection. So Newman's projection I just to draw here. So Newman's projection in that here first one here. Now here for example here CH3, right? Here H and here H. I just change the color and here CH3. Change the color. CH3 and here H and here H. So this is a transform. No, so transform in CH3 and CH3 both are just to the opposite. So repulsion will be less, stability will be more. I hope you got the clarity about the first statement. So first statement it is correct. Now second statement what they are telling about, a cyclohexane gives off more heat per CH2 group on being burnt in air than other any other cyclohexane. Speaking the statement it is wrong only. Why? Cyclohexane actually it produces less heat. Here more they have given, actually speaking it's a less heat per CH2 group on being burnt, that is a combustion, than smaller cycloalkane, that is butane, cyclobutane, cyclopropane, in that way. So here, according to that CH2 group, that is heat of hydrogenation, here cyclohexane it is gives off less heat per CH2 group on being burnt in the air than any other cyclohexane. That is only the correct. So here they have given more. Actually speaking, here less has to come. So this is the wrong option. That means this is a wrong statement. They are asking which statement it is true. No, so this statement it is not true, right? Now next one, principal source of strain in boat conformation of cyclohexane and angle strain. So source of strain in a boat conformation of cyclohexane. See cyclohexane and the boat conformation, how you can draw. So like this, no? So like this boat conformation, and here one hydrogen, here one hydrogen. Actually this is a steric strain, right? Like both it is unstable. So this is a torsional strain, it will not be angle strain. Here they have given the angle strain. Angle strain will not be there, it is a torsional strain. It is, and one more thing, it is unstable also. So torsional strain it is like an eclipse to form. So this statement also it's wrong only. And the next one, the principal source of strain and gauge conformation of butane as a torsional strain. See gauge conformation of butane, I just bring that idea for you. So here the same idea, here what it is, black white. So here D. So in this here CH3, and here hydrogen, here also hydrogen. And Gauge confirmation, that means here CH3 will be coming, right? And then here hydrogen. Right. So this is Koch confirmation. Anti will come like this, CH3, just to the opposite. So this is methyl group. This is also methyl group. So both are bulky. So repulsion, what it will be? Repulsion will be more. So repulsion more means stability will be less. So here Koch, here the principal source of strain and Gauge confirmation butane, and butane is torsional strain. So torsional strain actually here what it is. Mm, eclipse to form. So eclipse to form only. So Gauge confirmation stability will be less or more. So stability will be less and repulsion will be more. So this also a wrong statement only. So which is the correct statement here? Van der Waals strain, here cis 1,2 dimethyl cyclopropane as the principal reason for that, it's decreased stability relative to the trans isomer here. Due to the van der Waals, it is actually what it is, less stable. The stability is decreased due to that van der Waals strain. I hope you got the clarity about this question. Come on, let's go to the next question. PHCH double bond NO2H isomerizes here 50-50 percentage isomers X. So options they have given. So here actually X isomers, it has to be equal. So here C PHNO CH2OH, PH CH2NO2, PHNHCOOH, and none. None will not be the correct answer. And here COOH, so COH we cannot bring that 50-50 percentage. And here alcohol also, like ketoenol we cannot bring tautomerism, right? So this also we cannot bring. And of course this also here PHCH2NO2, here I just bring that mechanism for you. PHCH double bond NOH, right? So here CH2, no, 1H, I just bring it over here. So the transfer of electrons, so as it moves away here, so it has to go. So this is a tautomerism. Tautomerism, it is 50-50, right? So that means the same, it has to come here. The electrons are transferred here. Again, it will go. So that this hydrogen comes over here. So this actually what it is, NH will be coming. So that means here PHCH2NO2. So that one hydrogen goes over here and transfers. So option B is the correct answer for this question. That's what they mentioned. CH double bond NO2H. So that H where it is coming, you just check it. So this is what. Okay. I hope you got the clarity about that mechanism as well as that option, which is the correct option. Come on, let's go to the next question. Show geometrical isomers. Okay, now here in the geometrical isomer, main points we have to identify, it is cis and trans. Double bond it has to be. Yes, in that four option also double bond it is there. And the cis and trans, easily we can identify geometrical isomers. Okay, now come on, let us check here. Option A, B, C, D. In that option A, C, that means CH3, CH3 double bond CH, CH2, CH3. And B, CH3, CH3, CH double bond CH, CH2, CH3. Observe these two options. Here both methyl group is present, here also both methyl group is present, but here CH it is there, but here C only is there. Just I bring the structural formula here. So C double bond C, H, CH2, CH3, this point, whereas here CH2, CH3, CH3. So that means this point you cannot bring the geometrical isomer. So here there is no geometrical isomer, no geometrical isomer. So what they are asking, that question will not show geometrical isomers. So this will not show the geometrical isomers. Option B. So option B, what it is? CH3. That means here CH, no? So I just bring C double bond C, H, CH, CH3 all in one, and the hydrogen is another point. CH, CH, CH3 twice. And the same way C, HCH2CH3. So this is definitely show geometrical isomers. Geometrical isomers, it is showing geometrical isomers. Okay, and the third point, option C, here CH3, CH double bond, CH, CH3. Of course, 100% cis and trans geometrical isomers very beautifully. You can bring C double bond, CH, CH3, HCH3, just put it ulta. So you will get trans geometrical isomers. So this also GI. It shows GI. Okay. And next one here, option D, CH3, CH2, CH double bond, CH, CH2, CH3. This also. Now here you see C double bond C. Here CH2, CH3, CH2, CH3. Here H and here also H. So here cis and trans, you can bring that same idea only. So this also is having GI, right? So that means what it is. This all shows GI, which will not show GI. Option A will not show GI. Hope you got the clarity about this question. So A will not show the geometrical isomers. Come on, let's go to the next question. The two compounds shown below, diastereomers, enantiomers, epimers, regiomers. So diastereomers actually two chiral carbon, that is two chiral center. One it is fixed, the other one it will be changing, that atoms or groups attach that chiral carbon, it will be changing. So that is called diastereomers. I don't think so diastereomers will be here because both are same and it is actually mirror images. Actually what it is, non-superimposable mirror images it shows. Okay, enantiomers, it is non-superimposable mirror image. POS, COS will be absent, optically active, and these are the points for enantiomers. Epimers is one type of stereo, that is diastereomers only, and it is not mirror images of each other, right? Now regiomers you can find in biomolecules, that is, yeah, D glucose, that is now. So in that isomers that differ in position of functional group within the molecule, so that is regiomers. Come on, let us find out which option is correct option for this compound. So here just we draw that mirror image over here. So here this is actually wedge and this is dash, and the same way this also wedge and dash. So here if you observe here, just that mirror image, non-superimposable mirror image of each other. So non-superimposable mirror image, POS and COS. So POS, COS absent. Actually, two chiral center it is there. So POS. Now this side O double bond is there. Here double bond this side. So just to the opposite, non-superimposable mirror image. So POS, COS absent. So optically active. So these are all the points belongs to enantiomer. So option B is the correct option for this question. Come on, let's go to the next question. Phenyl methane. This is diphenyl methane, C13H12. How many structural isomers are possible when one of the hydrogen is replaced by chlorine atom? So here in this hydrogen it is there no methyl group hydrogen. So in that one of the hydrogen is converted into chlorine atom. So how many isomers can you find? It is a positional isomer, like what to say, a structural isomers, right? So replaced by hydrogen. Now, in that, how do we identify? So, in that hydrogen, here actually attached with one hydrogen, right? So here actually one hydrogen will be there because C6H6 now. So here also one hydrogen will be there. And the same way, this position also same kind of position only. So this side also. So wherever, whether we put it here or here, both are same. And here, this side one hydrogen will be there. This side one hydrogen will be there. Okay. So even this also. So even if you fix it here one hydrogen, that is considered to be here also the same, right? And the same way when we can put it here, it is considered this side also the same, right? Now come on, the one hydrogen which is converted into chlorine atom, I just bring that idea for you. In that point here, this one hydrogen is converted into chlorine, so this is one isomer. Right, so CH2. So in that CH2, one chlorine atom which is fixed. So this is one isomer. And the second isomer, here CH and here one Cl can be fixed. So this is the second isomer. And the third isomer, you see, this is one, and here already we fixed. And here Cl, can we bring it? So this is a third isomer. And one more thing, here if we put it here Cl, this is fourth isomer. Okay, now can we bring it here fifth isomer? Can we bring it the same thing only? See, this Cl and the same side, this also the Cl, same name only you will be getting, right? So even if you fix it here, here also if you fix means the same name only will be coming. That is what I just mentioned. 1, 2, 3, and this side, of course, this is one more, 4. So in that way, 1, 2, 3, and 4 isomers are possible to get this answer, right? So how many isomers are possible for the positional isomers, right? Structural isomers only. So position it is changing, right? So that means here 4 isomers we can bring it. I hope you got the clarity why I just bring it. Instead of hydrogen, you are going to fix that chlorine atom. So in that way, I just bring it to you. Hope you got the clarity. Come on, let's go to the next question. Is simple and known question only. CIP rule, you know very well. CIP rule, that is like what to say, VIPs to find that what is it, RS configuration, absolute RS configuration. Come on, let's go and find. So according to this, you know very well, fourth priority is there on horizontal, clockwise yes, anti-clockwise R, and the same way fourth priority on vertical, clockwise R, anti-clockwise yes. Okay, come on, let's find that. Now here in that, here OH group higher priority 1, and this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. It is actually clockwise. So clockwise means yes. So which carbon? It is second carbon. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So second carbon 2 yes will be coming. And third one, and this carbon. In the same way here also 1, and here 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. So how do you find here? Anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise, horizontal point what it is there, sorry, vertical point hydrogen it is there. So fourth priority on vertical. Anti-clockwise, this is anti-clockwise yes. So this is also 3 yes. So 2 yes and 3 yes. So where is the correct option? Option A is the correct option. 2 yes and 3 yes. Hope you got the best idea about CIP rule, absolute configuration, RS configuration. I think you are thorough to find with this trick. I hope you got the clarity. Come on, let's go to the next question. Question, maximum enol content present in. This is acetone, you know very well. The second one, CH3CO, CH2CO, CH3. And third one, aldehyde, you know, CH3, C double bond OH. This is aldehyde, you know. And this is, instead of CH3, here they have given phenyl, PH. PH, C double bond O, CH2. C double bond O pH. In that, which is having more enol content, we have to find out. Okay, now maximum enol content, two main things we have to consider. First and foremost, intramolecular hydrogen bonding between OH group and adjacent carbonyl group. So this is enol content. This is tautomerism only we are talking about. So keto enol, keto group is there means another form, enol form, OH group will be there. So in that we have to identify what it is. Alpha hydrogen, how many alpha hydrogen is next to that adjacent carbon, that means carbonyl carbon, that we have to identify. So the next point, it is resonance. So these are the two main points we have to consider. Now for example, I just bring it to you. So now this is acetone. Acetone, when it goes to eat this is keto form. This is completely keto form. When it goes to enol form, here CH3 it is there, no, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. One hydrogen is gone away and form OH group, and that point, that means a CH3, that hydrogen has gone over there, no, so that bond will become here. So that double bond CH2 double bond CH3, that is the way enol content it is forming. So here only one double bond you are forming. That means resonance it is, we have to consider. Now the second point, as you are coming to that, CH3, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, CH3. So the center point, which is called active methyl hydrogen, so active methylene hydrogen also we can say. So active methylene hydrogen, it is ready to donate hydrogen. So and it forms that OH. See, now here for example, the same thing, I just bring it here, CH3, C double bond O, and the next one, this hydrogen which is going to attach over here. So that means this bond comes over here, this hydrogen which is going to attach. So this one. So now what happened here? CH3, C double bond O, CH, C double bond O, here H. This hydrogen has gone over there, H. Now, this hydrogen and this oxygen, this hydrogen, no, this hydrogen and this oxygen form a bond. That is what it is, intramolecular hydrogen bond. So, intramolecular hydrogen bond also it is available, as well as what it is, enol content also it is available. So, this will be more stronger than acetone. So, enol content it is more stable than acetone of this, right? Now second it is higher comparatively first. Now third one, let us see. So third one, it is aldehyde also the same, CH3 it is there. So CH3 is there means one hydrogen has gone over here, means the other two hydrogen and form a double bond. So that is what, CH2 double bond C OH H. So this is also only one thing here available. Now the last one, what it is, here you just observe the question. Here the last one, pH, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, pH. So here actually how many resonance is available, that we have to consider, as well as active methylene group also it is available. So active methylene group, it is ready to donate that alpha hydrogen to that keto group. So now what happened, now you see pH, C double bond O, here CH1 hydrogen has gone over there, right? Now this hydrogen has gone over there, double bond, and COH. Now this hydrogen and oxygen and form what it is, intramolecular hydrogen bond. And one more thing, suppose if it comes this side, phenyl group also it is available. Phenyl group, it is having more resonance, right? So this is having more resonance due to that extra conjugation, that adjacent conjugation. Definitely this is having a maximum enol content comparatively. Here this is also having stronger only, right? Now here what it is, how many alpha hydrogen is available, here what it is, already two alpha hydrogen is there, here what it is, three, and here also three. So that means 6, 7, 8 alpha hydrogen, whereas here only 6 alpha hydrogen. And of course this is what it is, 3 alpha hydrogen only. But here what it is, 2 alpha hydrogen is here, and here pH, that is pH, it is what it is, a resonance. So both the thing it is available. So that means which is the maximum enol content, means option D only is the maximum enol content. Why? Both the thing it is available. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding also it's available. This point it is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. That point here it forms. This is active methylene group. It will be available. Active methylene hydrogen it will be available. So active methylene hydrogen, it is ready to donate that hydrogen and form a enol content. So that will be more active. And next one, to methyl group also it is available, that takes place the resonance. So in that comparatively, which is having more enol content, D is the correct option. I hope you got the clarity why D option is correct. Even B option, suppose pH it is not there. Comparatively acetone and this one because active methylene group it is there, no? So active methylene group it is ready to react to whatever it may be. It is ready to donate that hydrogen, that is H plus ion. Acidic hydrogen will be available. So that is more reactive comparatively these two, right? So suppose option D is not there, means option B only will be the correct answer. But option D, both the side, both the soldiers like they are standing. Who's standing? pH. Benzene group it is standing, right? So that means phenyl group. So that will be more effective than this B, right? I hope you got the clarity about that. This question, what about maximum enol content? Right, come on, let's go to the next question. The next question printed over here only. Come on, let us discuss. The next page will go for it. Okay, now, which of the following will have one of the stereoisomer meso? Now, in that question, which is having meso compound? Which of the following will have one of the stereoisomer meso? 2-chlorobutane, 2,3-dichlorobutane, 2,3-dichloropentane, and here what it is? 2-hydroxy propionic acid. Come on, let's go to the next point. Here in this point, I just bring it to you the same question only. Here 2-chlorobutane. Here second butane only. No, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So butane it is 2-chlorobutane. Yes, and 3-dichlorobutane. In that, how do we identify that meso? Meso means minimum two chiral center has to be present, right? So minimum two chiral center has to be present, and it has to be identical symmetrical group, and POS COS it has to be there, it has to be present, and optically inactive. So these are all the points applicable for meso, right? Okay, now next one, what it is? 2,3-dichloropentane. Here 2,3-dichloropentane, right here. I just 2,3-dichloropentane na. Okay, now here 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, here CH2, CH3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3 dichloropentane. Yes. And the last one, 2 hydroxypropionic acid. 2 hydroxy 1 2 2 hydroxy propionic acid 1 2 3, right? Now in that, how do we identify meso? As I mentioned, meso means what it is? Minimum 2 chiral center has to be present. Minimum 2 chiral center means this will not be applicable, and here this also two chiral center is there, but it is not what to say equal. When symmetrical, it is not symmetrical. Like when you cut over here, it is not symmetrical, right? So that means this also will not be possible. Of course this will not at all be possible. Why? Because there is no symmetrical, only chiral center it is there, but there is not symmetrical. So exactly which is the correct option? When you cut over here, both the side it is equal symmetrical, and two chiral center, yes, two chiral center it is available, and what it is? Optically inactive, and it cannot rotate PPL. So these are all the points are applicable for me. So which is the correct option? Option B is the correct option. Hope you got the clarity about this. And which is the correct option here? 2,3-dichlorobutane. B is the correct option. Come on, let's go to the next question. Correct decreasing order of enol content. Again enol content it is coming. See how much important that enol content. Correct decreasing order in the enol content of the following molecule. Okay, now I just bring it to you. Now as you are looking at that, the same idea, last question also we have gone through, no? That last previous question, this is how do we identify, in that way only. Here also, now what happened? The same way here is what it is, cyclohexane, which is attached with um, keto group, but this is adjacent carbon. This is actually what it is, sp3 carbon, and this also sp3 carbon, right? And this also sp3 carbon, sp3 carbon. But when it goes to that enol content. This is keto form. When it is going to that keto, I mean enol form, see now hydrogen which is going to attach this hydrogen, no, this hydrogen which is going to attach over here, that OH double bond has gone, the double bond which is comes over here. Now this has become sp2, right? Now this also become sp2, right? And the same way this also become sp2. How did you get sp2 all these three places? Now in that only one bond it is there, but here double bond. See here also hydrogen, this ch2 group is there. No, this is cyclohexane, right? So this also hydrogen which is going to attach, so sp3 which is changes to sp2. And the same way here also hydrogen which is going to attach, that is the next adjacent carbon where there is a hydrogen which is going to attach with the keto group, that is a enol formation, right? You know very well. So in that point here actually what it is, six membered ring, and here actually six membered with five membered ring, right? And this is completely five membered ring, this is completely five membered ring. And next one, as we are looking out this, see this is that question, and this is a keto form, this is a keto form, and this is a enol form. I hope you got the clarity. How do we get it? This enol form. Now I'm coming to that point. So here six-membered ring, it is actually lesser than that five-membered ring of that enol content. Okay, now stability order, when we are coming to that point, here five-membered is having what it is, angle strain. Here what it is, angle strain. So angle strain is having highest, angle strain is having highest, but when it comes to enol form, it is a least stable enol form. This is actually enol form. When it comes to that enol, this is the enol form, no? So when it is coming to that enol form, when it is coming to that enol form, it is very least stable, least stable in five membered ring. Maybe what it is, energy will be more, but stability will be very less, right? Okay, now in that decreasing order they have asked, so which is more decreasing order of enol content maximum. So decreasing order for six membered ring, it is more stable than the six membered as well as five membered, and the least one five membered. Angle strain, it will be highest, but stability formation when it comes, it is a least stable in enol form. Please note down, least stable in enol form. According to this, I hope you got the clarity about this question. Come on, let's go to the next question in our next video. And thank you for watching the correct option.